Hello everyone, so I'm back with another review, and it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I just thought I would go over this new doll line I've gotten into. I mean, I have another one of these DC Superhero Girl dolls, but I got her ages ago. I don't think I did a review over her, but I just had to have this one because I was in the store the other day and I didn't even know that they had made a basic version of this doll, and I was just like really amazed by the long hair, and I really like this character. So I'm going to be reviewing the basic, super basic DC Superhero Girls Starfire doll. Someone said that this is like a training sort of doll or something, but it doesn't say that on the box anywhere. In here, I have the box. So there is the picture. It just says Starfire. It doesn't say training superhero or anything. It just says Starfire. And so this is what it says as far as her personality and stuff goes. If you want to read that. It just doesn't say very much about her. So yeah, I'll just kind of scroll past it. So there we go. Yeah, that's the box. I really like the artwork. I think it does a justice for the character. But the reason that I got this Starfire, not just because of the quality, her long hair and everything, but Starfire and I go way back because I used to watch Teen Titans, which actually the other day I looked it up on YouTube and there was some episodes and I was like, nostalgia hit. So, but I used to watch the old school 2004 Teen Titans animated show, and Starfire was my favorite character as well as Beast Boy. But I just really loved Starfire, and I mainly got into it because I had a friend named Michael, and he was kind of a tom girl, so he liked girly things, and he always liked Starfire, so he actually got a Starfire doll, which I actually have here, which we actually both got one. So Starfire meets Starfire. So this is actually a childhood doll of mine. So you can actually see the difference between, and I will note that the artwork here is like more like Disney, Mattel sort of design. Teen Titans was more of a manga anime style, so that's why they look so different. So yeah. And I remember my friends always thought this doll was like really creepy and ugly and stuff. She actually had a fireball, like the green fire on her hand like you see here, but it looked like, my friends always referred to it as it looked like a giant booger or something on her hand. So actually it was like several years ago I actually cut it off with like an X-Acto knife or something so her hand and the fireball could be separate, and I still have the fireball. It's just put away somewhere, but you can see how much I actually played with her. Like, she's missing, like, paint on her hair, which I had a Sharpie that was the same color as her hair. And, like, I colored it, but it faded. And then I painted this with nail polish because that came off. And the nail polish is getting, like, clumpy and nasty. Her waist, my friend Michael, his Starfire doll came apart at the waist as well. So, and her hand also came off. You can see the super glue. She also got a tear. I know I'm like kind of reviewing this doll. I'm kind of on to something else now, but you can see just there. So that's the one thing about this phone. There we go. Just there. You can see her arm tore, and I just super glue that. She actually tore right here too. And you can see all this, like, there's a purple mark there and some there because I, like, colored her. So yeah, I used to take her in the pool with me and stuff. Her head is broken. Her head does not move anymore because I kept doing this to her. I was pretending, I remember distinctly, I was pretending she was like Princess Peach on Mario Kart 64. And whenever you make Peach like turn left or right, her hair always does this. So I was like pretending that this doll was on Mario Kart. And I think that's how this broke and her waist broke, because I tried to sit her down to pretend like she was driving. So that's how her neck broke. So her neck is permanently on. I could do this all day and her head's not going to come off. But her neck does not move. But yeah, apparently these figures, dolls or whatever, are super rare. Like they go for a lot of money on eBay, but I'm never getting rid of that. I also have Robin too. But yeah, so I will go over her. Enough of my rambling on this. So I basically did a review over this one just now, which is not intended. But yeah, I just have a lot of nostalgia with this one. So yeah, I just also wanted to do a comparison for you guys. It's like Starfire meets Starfire. But that's Starfire from Teen Titans. So this is Mattel's DC Superhero Girls. So she has... Really, this is what sold me on the doll, was how long her hair was. And I will do another comparison. I have another one that's from the basic line. This is my Wonder Woman doll. She had a cape, but I took it off because I was like, she doesn't really need it. But here's my Wonder Woman. And as you can see, her hair is really short and choppy, and I just don't like that very much. And whenever I looked at her, of course, in the store, it wasn't very light, and her hair was pinned back like that. So at first glance, I saw from this point up, and I was like, oh, it's a Starfire, but I bet her hair is super short and choppy. And then I actually saw it poking out through the back, and I was like, oh my gosh, she has long, super long hair. And so she's actually more articulated than that one is, and I'll show you that now. So, basic points of articulation is, and this doll, I will note, she was like $7.90 something. Pretty good deal, considering I got that one for like $10 like a year ago. So they've gone down on them. So they're about as much as a Barbie fashionista is, but they're just like crazy articulated versus a Barbie fashionista. So when I first got this one, I thought maybe she was like super basic, like her arms only went up and down. I didn't know the knees bent. I figured maybe she was kind of a wonky moving doll. But these dolls, they actually, like, and I thought the heads turned side to side, but no, there's full rotation at the neck joint. The shoulders move out, and with this Starfire, her hands can actually note that she was cheaper than I paid for that doll. And she has rotating hands, wrist joints, which this one does not. So yeah, she can rotate her wrists. There we go. And then a pivotable hip joint. They have the old school Barbie fashionista knees where they bend and then they can move outward. And not only can they do that, but also at the foot, the feet can actually rotate. So there is quite a bit of articulation. They're not as articulated as the main core dolls, because they don't have the shoulder or the elbow articulation, and they don't have actual clothes. But I mean, for like $7, almost $8. Of course, you have to count tax, so she was like $8.60 or something. For that much, I mean, you get a stirrable, heavy doll with super long hair. So yeah, and lots of articulation, minus the elbows. That's like the only place she doesn't have articulation, and the wrists do not move like that, but they can swivel. But yeah, as I stated, this Wonder Woman cannot turn. She can't swivel at the wrists. But there is some articulation. So she's just got a bodysuit. This, I believe, is the same exact cape Wonder Woman had, except hers was blue. But it's the same exact one, and you can take it off, which is beneficial because it kind of gets in the way, and they basically painted that green. Now, the only complaint I would have about the DC Superhero Girl dolls is I think it's just the fact that they're all leg. And I know that real people are like this, so some people have really long legs. But I don't know, it kind of makes the arms look really, really stubby and short. That's my only... And they have, like, really tiny hands. Like, I wish the hands were, like... Like, this is as big as a Barbie doll hand. I mean, I like the fact that they gave them muscle tone and stuff, because they're superheroes, but I wish the hands were slightly bigger, like they did with the feet. The neck is actually a lot thicker. And here's a good look at her face. There we go. She has, like... Yes, it is purple. It's kind of showing up pink, but she has purple eyeshadow. She has purple lipstick, which it's showing up... The purples are showing up a lot lighter. Her eyebrows are kind of purpley, which is really interesting. And I like her iris details. So she has, like, this white line, and she has a little white dot. And then she has a lighter green highlight in the bottom of her iris, which really makes her eyes pop. And then just the 3 eyelashes there, with the one big one at the end. And I thought they probably had the same head mold, but I've noticed that Starfire kind of has a more pointy chin. And I think her nose is smaller. But yeah, I looked at the back of their heads, and they have different dates on their heads, so... This is a different head mold. So yeah, and then we have all this, like, textured... There's her, like, little symbol. I wish she had more green on her outfit. Like, maybe instead of silver, they could have done, like, more green. But yeah, the only green on her actual outfit is that right there. So yeah. And I just like how this original Starfire, like, she had green here. She had green on there. You know, she had green, like the white part of the eyes is actually green. So that was really cool. I think this belt buckle here is actually supposed to be green. I don't remember. I think it's supposed to be like that emerald. But I just wish this one had more green on her outfit like this one does. So, and then there's more texture. She's got these, like, stars. And I kind of wish the, these are like sneakers or something like that. But I wish they were like the heeled boots. I think she would have looked cool with that. Because as you can see, this one she kind of has... I like how she has those super long boots. But yeah, that's the super basic Starfire. Oh, and as far as her hair is magnificent, by the way. You can't see it on camera, but it's like red and orange strands, and then she has the yellow that's rooted in behind. And so, yeah, here's the Wonder Woman doll. I'll just give you a basic overview. This is the headband. I've never taken it off. I never will. Yeah, the hair just, I don't know. The hair is really nice and shiny and everything. I just wish it was longer. Like Starfire's hair. Like, her hair not only is long, but it's really thick. And this one's hair is not. So yeah. She also has that same texture. So yeah, that's... I guess I'll do a review over this doll. If you guys are interested in seeing a review over her, let me know. So yeah. All in all, I really like the cheaper dolls that actually have the molded on painted clothes, because I think it, you know, it's like you get a... I like the fact that they've combined the idea of a fashion doll line and action figure line together. So I think that was also slightly influenced, because I'll never forget in the in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in and one of the doll groups I'm in, there's actually, somebody said whenever Mattel started molding on the painted clothes, they were like, they're just like action figures with hair or something like that. And I think maybe Mattel saw some of those comments and they were like, you know what, let's just go ahead and make that a reality. So here we go. So now they're like action figures with hair. But anyhow, enough of my rambling. I'm actually gonna put her cape back on, which I actually, funny thing is, I actually put it on her. I mean, you can't put it all the way on because of that knob in the back, but I wanted to see what she would look like with a cape, since Teen Titans Starfire never wore a cape. So there we go. I think it looks cool on her. I always loved that Starfire had a purple and green sort of theme. But yeah, you can see it won't really go because of that knob, but from the front you can actually see what it would look like if she had one. So, but I'm going to put it back on, this one. And it just snaps right in. No problems whatsoever. See, and there's the box over there. And then joining me, I was going to set my phone up on Teddy. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm obsessed with Teddy Ruxpin, so I'm going to throw that out there. But I was going to use him to prop my phone up like right here so I could use two hands, but I didn't need to. So anyhow, this is a really, really long video, so I'm sorry for that. But anyhow, thank you guys for watching, and more videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.